The Inter-American Development Bank recognized the important role that play institutions in the economic development and the prosperity of a country. That's why we are very pleased to have hosted the second edition of the President's Awards for Service Excellence and Innovation in the Public Sector.
I take this opportunity to welcome you to the 2019 President's Award for Service Excellence and Innovation in the Public Sector.
The President's Awards were born out of a desire to recognize the achievements of public sector institutions and agencies who often work very hard and with limited resources behind the scenes to achieve incredible results. As a result of their efforts, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago benefit every day without necessarily recognizing what has gone into improving innovation and service excellence in the services that are being provided to them.
All of the applicants for this year's award demonstrate a commitment to be the positive change, and for this I applaud and congratulate you.
And it was a privilege to host these awards under the patronage of Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
The IDB, under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, launched a competitive call for applications to the prestigious President's Awards for Service Excellence and Innovation in the Public Sector in September 2019.
Excellence in the public service is nothing new to me. I consider myself particularly well placed to identify and appreciate greatness in the public sector when I see it. And see it, I certainly did.
This year we received more than double of the number of applications, and all of them were very high quality.
One of the really significant things about this year's awards was actually the great variety of applications that we received. It covered a great cross-section of industries, beneficiaries, initiatives, and really brought to life what we have been thinking for some time, which is that there are many, many unsung heroes in the public sector that deserve this type of recognition.
And this evening, we join with the finalists as we celebrate the remarkable efforts of our public sector to advance the quality of service in the sector.
Not only Her Excellency has remained patron of these awards, but she has done an excellent job chairing the judging panel that selected the winners under each category.
As together with an eminent panel of judges, I scrutinized, evaluated, and ranked the presentations of the 8 finalists for the President's Award for Service Excellence and Innovation in the Public Sector.
For the first time this year, we had 2 categories, Service Excellence and Innovation.
This competition, as you heard, had 2 categories with separate judging panels, of which I was the only common member. All of us judges, most of whom incidentally were from the private sector, were struck by the zeal, commitment, agency, and pride of the entrants.
This is the future of the public service. In partnering with the community, we were able to help them to be so empowered that they form community-based organizations to help sustain the activities, because in the absence of the police, they too felt that they had a vested interest to maintain safety and security. We did neighborhood watch groups with them, and persons began contacting us throughout Central to be able to replicate this model.
We had 2 judging panels, both chaired by Her Excellency. One which focused on criteria related specifically to innovation, which had to do with technology, leadership, agile mindset, and other criteria which we felt really bring to life institutions that are practicing innovation well and producing innovative initiatives. In the other category, Service Excellence, we focused more on the customer experience, on the morale of staff, on their ability to deliver services in a satisfying way to the public.
On a larger scale, why do you think that your team should be selected a winner of this President's Award for Service Excellence?
We will shine a light and celebrate every citizen who is part of this program now, and it will just only get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's why we will win, because the future depends on what we do now.
So there's a total transformation, first of all, of the police, one, and the people, and that can be the best thing that could happen to Trinidad and Tobago.
Congratulations on the great work that you're doing, and hopefully you will change the whole crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago.
I am sure I speak on behalf of the entire judging panel when I say how impressed we were by the offerings. The participants went far beyond submitting mere ideas or rudimentary proposals, and this is of critical importance. With limited resources, found ingenious ways to put their plans into action and derive the desired outcome.
This year, the IDB has opened a new category, the People's Choice. This evening, you, the audience, will have the opportunity to join the judges in selecting your very own People's Choice Awards.
We had actually 4 winners as a result of these new arrangements this year. 2 that the judges selected, 1 in each category, and then 2 additional winners who the audience selected, 1 in each category.
Through this now annual competition, the Inter-American Development Bank, with the full support of the Office of President, ensures that the contributions of our public sector employees do not go unappreciated. And it is my great honor as Chief Public Servant to recognize, salute, and thank all finalists.
My dear friends, this year's competition was indeed a fierce one. And after a rigorous judging process, 4 finalists for each category emerged out of a very competitive pool of applications. Here are the nominees for service excellence in alphabetical order.
The Recyclable Solid Waste Collection Project, fondly known as ICARE, is responsible for changing the culture of recycling in Trinidad and Tobago. This is the first ever national recycling initiative. We are conveniently making it possible for you to make the right decisions at public locations, at your home, at your schools, and even at events. We have 6 activities that we are very proud of, and the first is the establishment of collection sites. We have over 160 public collection sites located throughout Trinidad, and we also have 516 collection sites within our primary and secondary schools. These collection sites are serviced by private haulage contractors that remove your recyclables and deposit them at our depots. Our depots are managed and operated by Swimcall, and they ensure that our recyclables are prepared for secondary processing. Nationwide cleanup. You will have seen us all over, empowering individuals, institutions, corporate entities, NGOs, so that they can execute their own cleanup. We equip them with the information and the materials to ensure that their communities and our country remain free from recyclable beverage containers. And our public education and awareness campaign. We visit the malls, the schools, events to ensure that our citizens are well educated on the negative effects and the consequences of indiscriminate disposal of beverage containers. The Environmental Management Authority is well poised to receive this award. We placed recycling infrastructure in most primary and secondary schools. We collected and processed over 1 million bags of recyclables, as such diverting them from our overburdened landfills. We changed the culture of this waste resource to now a culture of recycling. The EMA redefined the culture of waste management in Trinidad and Tobago. Our citizens are now recycling. ICARE is no longer just the name of a project. ICARE is an inspiration. It is an affirmation. It is a mantra used throughout our country. We all care. I care.
In 2015, Trinidad and Tobago failed to meet its targets for maternal mortality and neonatal mortality, which were the Millennium Developmental Goals. That is the backdrop to the formation of the Directorate of Women's Health. What we have done is to reverse those trends, and we stand here today to talk about our successes. Over 80 to 100 babies are alive on an annual basis, as well as 8 to 10 women are alive today who might not have been had we continued the same approach prior to our existence. We have done this by a number of innovative programs but they have all been focused on patients. We have over 15 projects in different stages which all impact and meet at the patient in order to improve their lives. These projects range from strengthening data systems, creating web pages and web resources. We have a project to do with contraceptives. We have a project to do with elimination of maternal and child transmission of syphilis and HIV. We have been also strengthening breastfeeding, which is an important tool in reducing infant deaths. We have created a number of key guidelines which were missing to ensure that standards were set. We have made sure that there's a standardized approach so that every single patient gets the best level of care. We have over 60 documents already prepared in that short space of time. With respect to technology, we have introduced new programs. There's one innovative product called the Perinatal Information System, which standardizes healthcare for all pregnant women throughout Trinidad and Tobago, both in the public sector and private sector. That system is also computerized, so at a moment's notice, we can get important data to inform programs and policies. We have been privileged to see all of these projects intersect with patient care and have seen positive results from stories on the ground, patient feedback mechanisms, and in the data we have received from these projects. Trinidad and Tobago has achieved some 12 years ahead of target the 2030 Sustainable Developmental Goal targets for both maternal mortality and neonatal mortality. We have been successful in improving the lives of countless citizens of Trinidad and Tobago as a result of the work that we do.
The Maloney Public Library was established in 1993, and the purpose was to serve the community and the catchment area. Now, this is about lifelong learning and making sure that we understand and love reading. What our executive found is that the library was insufficiently used, and we wanted to up how it was utilized by the community and how it impacted. Our director, Ms. Beverly Williams, she took the civic and community engagement approach, and this was built on the 4 C's framework, having conversations with the community before, during, and after, and ongoing. So we understood what were the information-seeking needs and their behavior. It was about conversations with the community to connect the community with the collection, and the collection would be also what we already have and what we can now develop. This civic and community engagement approach required us to have ongoing conversations with the community. It required us to meet the community where they were at. So whether it was a book fair, a career fair, or one of their sporting engagements, we were present. The groups and the community started to understand the value of the library, how the library impacted their lifelong learning and their love for reading, how it stimulated an interest in learning and growing for both the children and the adults in the community. What we did was compare the statistics from 2017 to 2018, and it was notable how high the figures were compared to 2017. People were using the library more, they were borrowing more, they were coming to more programs, and this had increased significantly over the previous year. Our goal is to increase the love for reading and lifelong learning. It means increasing the usage of the library and changing how the library is used. When we talk about the goals of this project and how we accomplish it, we have made this library the community library, and the community owns the library. They love the library and they use the library fully. The children are here from whatever hour after school, the parents are here, and we are running programs back to back to back. It's all about helping each and every individual that walks through that door or meets us outside when we go beyond the walls to become lifelong learners.
Between 2016 and 2018, Trinidad and Tobago was faced with a terrible crime situation where in the enterprise area in Chaguanas, we had a high number of homicides, shootings, violent crimes, and other larceny related offences. And the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service had to act quickly to ensure that law and order was maintained in the community. We started the Operation Steelgate model, which is now called the enterprise model, where we had to reclaim the territories that was claimed by gangsters and gang leaders in the community. People couldn't walk the street, children couldn't go to the playfields, and the place was just like an ultimate ghost town. So we embarked on a door-to-door policing initiative from the Community Police Department in addition to the arrests. And in doing so, we were able to find out from the residents of Enterprise what were the problems really affecting them. The issues of crime, we realized that there wasn't only a crime problem in the area, but we realized residents lacked the basic knowledge of the different resources that were available to them to make themselves and their communities resilient. After embarking on this door-to-door policing initiative, we did a general needs assessment. We invited other organizations because the place was now safe. The NGOs and the other organizations, the faith-based organizations, was now comfortable to come to the area to do work in partnership with the police service. Agencies like the Ministry of Social Development, Community Development, we were able to identify grants to assist persons in the community. We were able to extract so much information to be able to help the community themselves that they appreciated us. This caused a relationship of trust to be developed, and the residents really appreciated the fact that the law enforcement officers were the ones that they trusted with the responsibility to protect them, and we did so hand in hand. So any issues of crime that was affecting the community, they felt comfortable to come and inform the police that where the illegal activities were happening, because for any crime to happen, it must have the opportunity, it must have the victim and the offender. And by removing the opportunity in some cases where we embarked on street lighting initiatives, we were able to reclaim some of the recreational grounds and set up homework centers, and do all these activities, we realized we were removing the opportunity for crime to happen. And in doing so, crime generally started to reduce in the community. We kept regular meetings with the residents. We discussed with them what was affecting them on a weekly basis. So concerns would come to us, and we together with them will come up with strategies and solutions with how we could transform the community. The communities are now experiencing an overall 83% reduction in crime. What the police service have been doing, the way that we were able to partner with the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to reduce crime, it gave us a sense of pride and community spirit, and a national sense of patriotism, is born out of this initiative. So it's deserving of being replicated.
We get set for the nominees for innovation in the public sector.
Caribbean Airlines has been challenged by many problems over the years. We saw it fit to adopt a culture of innovation to tackle these problems. The fundamental business model was challenged by us being unprofitable and in many respects being unable to support the customer service in the way that they needed to be supported in 2019. Those challenges really represented for us a digital problem that was fixed with our transformation program. And this transformation program really looked at all aspects of the business, and it ranged from the business value, the people value, and the social value. In order to fix these problems, we focused on innovation through people and technology. With respect to people, we invested heavily in local talent, both in Trinidad and Tobago and the region as a whole. That people investment also expanded or encompassed training and development, as well as multiple programs within the organization to help enhance us as an employer of choice. Once we tackled the people challenge, we also saw technology as a key driver of innovation. For us, this technology really hinged on digital. And as we would have shown in the past year, we focused squarely on the customer. We focused on making services available to them. We focused on easing business with the customers. Some good examples of this would have been digitizing miles, where customers can now use an online portal to redeem miles. Customers can now be notified of flight delays through our customer notification. We've rebuilt our website and saved significant money by doing it in-house with our local experts. And last but not least, we've launched our Caribbean Airlines mobile app this year, which also is revolutionizing the way we interact with customers. Caribbean Airlines has been unprofitable for the past 8 years. As a result of the work undertaken with this transformation, in 2018, we've achieved an operating profit and net income profit, and we are on track to do the same for 2019. So we see these, along with many other innovations that we have in the pipeline, including chatbots, etc. We see this as a key focus area for us. And all of these add up to that social value that we at Caribbean Airlines are aiming to create.
So the Judiciary of Trinidad and Tobago is a dynamic, forward-looking organization that is tasked with the responsibility for the administration of justice in Trinidad and Tobago. Our role is to provide conflict resolution to society and all citizens. And in so doing, we have to ensure that our services are effective and efficient. What we've done is we've sought to implement various ICT technologies that will enable us to improve on our service delivery to our customers. QuadPay is just one measure that we've utilized to do that. What QuadPay really is, it's a payment solution that allows for the electronic movement of payments into and out of court. And what we've done, we've facilitated access to that software using 3 methods. You can use either your personal internet-enabled device, such as your tablet, your telephone, or you can come to any court location where we have self-service kiosks, and again, our trained customer service representatives would assist you in accessing the service. And finally, we've also partnered with TT Connect, who provide a roving bus service to rural areas across Trinidad and Tobago so that our customers will have access to internet-enabled devices if they were to access one of those roving bus services. Now, what we've done as an organization is really we've looked at the 4 lenses of innovation. So we have listened to our customers, listened to their needs and the challenges and frustrations that they face. We have tried to harness the various solutions, e-payment solutions and platforms out there. We've leveraged our human and technological resources across the organization to come up with a customized solution that can meet our court's customers. And we've also looked at the entrenched challenges and beliefs that persons have about the payments into and out of court system and try to address those as soundly as we possibly can. Hence, in looking at our customers and their needs, we've come up with the QuadPay solution for Trinidad and Tobago.
The PCA is an independent civilian organization that investigates complaints against police officers who have infringed the law. When I became director of the PCA, there were 2 offices, one in Port of Spain and one in Scarborough. The traditional way of making a complaint is for complainants to walk in to the PCA. Because of the distance some persons may have to travel, it may be difficult for persons to make a complaint and we may actually miss the complaint. Therefore, we decided to develop an app that can be the eyes and ears of the PCA. The app is a secure method of making a complaint. It is free to the public, it is confidential, and it is a secure way of making a complaint. We live in a digital age. The PCA pioneered the first and only civilian oversight software program designed for mobile devices in the region. Anyone can file a report at no cost. All information provided via this secure app is treated with confidentiality. The app has a 99.98% guaranteed uptime. This app is simple, convenient, and user-friendly. The user can submit a report in real time, take and upload documents, photos, record videos and audio directly to the PCA, submit a report anonymously, receive the latest updates, news, and releases in real time, offer direct feedback to the PCA, and send the GPS location of where the incident happened. The PCA deserves to win this award because we are the trendsetters in oversight body, both locally and regionally. As we speak, other civilian bodies in the region are developing their own app and they are collaborating with the PCA so they can have a similar application. We deserve to be the People's Choice Award because we have had over 2,000 downloads and over 1,000 complaints made to the PCA. We have moved away from the old school communication tool of pen and paper to a more innovative platform. We have modernized the way civilian oversight is carried out in Trinidad and Tobago and the wider region.
The Sangre Grande Regional Corporation can be described as a rural municipality, also the largest geographic municipality. We serve a population of approximately 75,711 persons. One of the things we've realized in the past few years is the fact that we have the highest multidimensional poverty index in the country. We have no industries, we have a high unemployment rate, and we're ranked 3rd lowest with respect to human development. And because of these, we realized that we had to empower the persons that we serve. And what better way to do so than by empowering our burgesses? In 2016, the corporation established the Local Economic Development Unit, mandated to execute projects and initiatives aligned to the Sustainable Development Goals. We also established a multi-stakeholder committee comprising of persons from the public and private sector, as well as civil society, to execute certain initiatives and projects. These include signing of a memorandum of understanding with the College of Science, Technology, and Applied Arts of Trinidad and Tobago to customize the training needs of persons within the region. We would have hosted a financial literacy workshop in partnership with the National Financial Literacy Program, Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Ideation workshop hosted by Curry for over 25 entrepreneurs, where persons would have been guided on taking their ideas to market. We would have hosted over 6 vendor markets, where we worked with over 100 entrepreneurs to assist them with getting some form of revenue generation. In 2018, the corporation successfully received a grant from the European Union, where we would have successfully launched and developed the Sangre Grande Tourism app. This app has transformed through technology the way we interact with our burgesses and the way we promote our region. Our latest partnership has been with the Agricultural Development Bank and YFARM to encourage young persons to get empowered and to advocate for better agricultural practices, to combat hunger and encourage food security within our municipality. As we foster innovation and encourage persons to tap into their many skills and talents, we are revolutionizing the way municipalities interact with their burgesses and the impact that we have on lives. We are also in discussion with our counterparts from other ministries on recommending the concept of local economic development for all 13 municipal corporations in the country to follow. We are happy to say that we are leading the path and charting the way forward, and for these reasons, I believe we are deserving of the President's Award for Innovation in the public sector.
People's Choice Service Excellence. This is your winner, ladies and gentlemen, EMA iCare. Let's get ready for the People's Choice for Innovation. And the winner is Police Complaints Authority. Come forward with your team, please.
We firmly believe that these awards will provide not only recognition and validations for the ones who are leading the way, but also will motivate others that are trying to do good things in the public sector in a world that is constantly changes.
So, my friends, this is where we get to find out whether or not our esteemed panel of judges agrees with you. The winner of this year's President's Award for Service Excellence in the Public Sector goes to... I just love it. That's right, my friends. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
The results of our approach and enterprise was as a result of no one person or effort, but a community working together with a service of professional men and women seeking to bring some semblance of peace and security to their troubled community. We are grateful to the people of Enterprise. Who worked with us to make Enterprise a safer and more secure community. All arms of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the community working together can definitely make Trinidad and Tobago a safer and more secure place. Thank you very much.
Winner of this year's President's Award for Innovation in the Public Sector. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner is...
It is with great humility and appreciation that I accept this award on behalf of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. Our local economic development initiatives have enabled us to improve the quality of lives of our burgesses, and it is gratifying to have been recognized for our efforts.
IDB is committed to improve lives for our work, and we're very grateful for the ones who also share the same commitment.
One of the main goals the Inter-American Development Bank has in working with the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago is to ensure that public sector institutions are strong, sustainable, deliver good service, and are as efficient and effective as possible. And so, as part of our mandate, we want to recognize and celebrate their achievements. It's obvious that There are many dedicated civil servants and public servants who care a lot about the development of Trinidad and Tobago and want to be part of its future.
Looking forward to the 2020 President's Awards, we will try our best to improve. And meanwhile, we will continue to celebrate all the transformative effort that is already occurring in the public sector for the ones who are trying to improve and the customer service and continue to innovate.
It's our honor and privilege to collaborate with public sector institutions to serve the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago in the most efficient and effective way possible.
Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Thank you.